Champions only visit to South Texas this season prompts a pretty good crowd here tonight.
Yeah.
Sean, you'd expect the AT&T Center to be jumping.
Yeah, I hope it's rocking tonight, and it's going to depend on our guys. Let's see how fresh they are, see how they come out and are able to jump on this Bucks team, and if they're able to create some chaos in the open court, make some exciting plays, we're going to have the same type of environment that as we had last game here.
America Simon brings you our starting lineups tonight. First for the Milwaukee Bucks, who again, a little bit short-handed with no Brook Lopez, so technically Giannis is the center of this squad with Chris Middleton, Pat Connaughton, Grayson Allen. He's on his third team now in 4 years of the Bucks, joining Drew Holiday in the backcourt, who missed the other night's game in Milwaukee. For the Spurs, they'll roll out the same lineup they've been rolling out all season to start. DeJounte and Derek in the backcourt, Doug McDermott, Keldon Johnson, and Jakob Poeltl in the middle. Opening tip presented by Pizza Hut. Last season, the Spurs and Bucks split the season series for the third consecutive time. But Sean, remember that game here?
Yeah.
It was all Spurs, 146-125.
And it was May. It was late in the season. It was May 10th. And our guys blew the doors off the NBA champions. And so those are the type of games, Dan, that you look back on and you can say, hey, we beat that team and they're just about to become NBA champions, and we'll give them another run tonight.
Scored 87 in that first half, second highest point total in franchise history. 6 players had 19 or more points. That's only happened one other time in the history of the league. As we're underway, along with Sean Elliott, Joe Reinagel, our entire crew, I'm Dan Weiss. Thanks for joining us here on Ken's 5. Ed Malloy, Carl Lane, Scott Twardarski, our referees here for tonight's matchup. Eric White inside, Jakob Poeltl, soft touch, and gets the friendly roll.
You called it before he even hit the rim. It was soft touch that got him to get that ball to drop.
Jakob had a good night last night in Denver. 15 points, 8 rebounds in 26 minutes. Giannis, a little careless with the basketball inside. Doug McDermott. Along the baseline, Keldon Johnson to the teeth. His former Olympic teammate Chris Middleton back to Jakob Poeltl. He's 2 for 2.
Oh my goodness, is Giannis gonna? Is Jakob gonna play like this all night long? Taking it right at Giannis on the Tacuppo. Grayson
Allen inside. Connaughton the offensive rebound, and we'll get him and one.
Connaughton is a terrific athlete. Underrated. Guy can play well above the rim. Grayson Allen with the miss, but Connaughton sneaking in there for an offensive rebound and shows a lot of focus on that putback.
Connaughton in his 7th season out of Notre Dame, 4th season with the Milwaukee Bucks. He's averaging 13 points and 3.5 rebounds here in the first 2 games of the season. Completes the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. The Spurs with a 1-point lead. Doug McDermott hits the strings as Doug McDermott knocks down the triple, and the Spurs back up by 4.
Good-looking shot there for Doug McDermott, and we all know he's a shooter. Best thing that can happen for him is to see that first one fall.
Drew Holiday unable to counter on the other end. Jakob rips down the rebound. DeJounte Murray attacks, dish off to Jakob. Second handle on it, back to Keldon Johnson. And Giannis pulls down the board.
That was the pass to begin with. Keldon Johnson should have received it the first time.
Giannis full head of steam inside, but can't finish the layup. Here come the Spurs looking to push the pace, which Pop has talked about in the early part of the season. McDermott knocks it down.
And that's what I talked about. He saw the first one fall. He had perfect rotation on it. That time, he's looking for that shot, actively moving to get to the wide open spot.
McDermott 2 for 2 from downtown to start. Chris Middleton, he answers the mid-range jumper. 10th season out of Texas A&M for Chris Middleton. 15 points, 5.5 rebounds on the season.
His game's really come a long way. He's just a master at the mid-range shot. We all know he can knock down the 3-ball as well. Very accomplished scorer.
Success story out of the NBA G League, too. Yep. Derek White inside, off the glass too strong. And Drew Holiday the rebound. Holiday pushing back into the front court. Spins, has it stripped, lands in the hands of DeJounte Murray. Spurs active here early. Keldon attacks. He was looking to put Giannis on a poster shot.
That was a tall order right there. That's what you like about Giannis on the Tacuppo, though. Dan, I mean, he's not going to back down for anybody. And we've seen so many absolutely ridiculous defensive plays from him over his career, especially last year in the finals and already this year, has a couple nice block dunks.
How about Doug McDermott? 3 for 3 from downtown to start this one. And the Spurs have opened up a 6-point lead.
Let's hope the guys get the memo that Doug has the hot hand right now. Got to continue to find him. Set extra screens for him. Actively look for him out there on the floor.
McDermott only had 5 last night in the loss in Denver. Giannis attacks to the baseline, gets a step, lays it up and in.
Pop wanted the hook there against Antetokounmpo along the baseline, and he's right, but Antetokounmpo is NBA royalty. Not gonna have that call made against him very often.
First bucket for Giannis, and then Derek White has it stripped by Chris Middleton. Middleton pushing on Keldon Johnson, spins in the lane, and nobody to help him out. And he did not get it over to Grayson Allen before he took it out of bounds. That's already, Sean, 3 turnovers on the Milwaukee Bucks. Last night, the Spurs able to turn 20 Denver turnovers into 21 points. 41 points off of turnovers the first 2 games.
Let's hope that we see a lot of that, though, this year, Dan, where our guys really get after teams defensively and force those types of turnovers.
They're forcing the ball to Doug McDermott here. Now Keldon Johnson takes it. How about the up and under over Giannis for 2?
Had really no choice. Already figured out you're not going to challenge him above the rim. He's way too long. Got to get tricky with him around the rim.
First bucket for Keldon after the 27-point effort, and now KJ gets tagged with the foul here.
Doug McDermott looks like he's going to lose it, drops it off, and Keldon always in attack mode, shows it to him like you called it, Dan, beautiful, up and under. That's the only way he was going to score that ball. Antetokounmpo had the left side of the glass smothered.
Lonnie Walker, the 4th, check in here for Derek White. Lobbed up and knocked away. Actually, didn't check in for Derek White. Checked in rather for Keldon Johnson. Lonnie kicks it back out here to Jakob Poeltl. Doug McDermott, corner 3. Not this time.
Just held on to that one just a little too long.
That was Keldon's 2nd foul, by the way, hence why Pop had to pull the quick trigger. As the 3-pointer is good for Drew Holiday. Bucks pull to within 3 after Drew Holiday knocks down the corner, but Doug McDermott on fire early, Sean.
Yeah, those, you can tell when he's in good rhythm. You look at these 2 shots, they're just effortlessly coming out of his hands. Same with that one there, puts on the floor 1 time. That's when you know he's feeling it. Welcome back, time for your HEB Inside the Game. Doug McDermott hits his first shot, and then you can see now he's actively looking. He's going to kind of gravitate to the wide open spot. Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to come down. Looks like he's going to pick him up. Doug McDermott realizes that he's wide open. Just makes a simple cut to the wide open space at the top of the key. There he is. He's surveying the situation. Hey, no one's going to pick me up. Let me just go ahead and take this one right here. That's when he's actively looking for a shot. When you start making shots and you feel it, you start moving a little bit better. You start actively looking for your shot, and that's your HEB Inside the Game.
Well, before that DeJounte missed, the Spurs had hit 6 of their first 10 shots. Bucks shooting well as well to start 5 of their first 8. There's the misfire there. The other night in Miami, they missed 13 of their first 14 shots. They got behind 32-7 in the first quarter. And Miami went on to win that game by 42. Drew Eubanks will come on here for Jakob Poeltl.
We're going to see results like that early and often. Right now as the season starts, a lot of teams just out of sync. You have guys that are out, and you're going to have issues where teams just haven't put it together yet.
Milwaukee will walk it up the floor, under 7 to go, first quarter. Drew Holiday inside.
Drew Holiday's a beast. A phenomenal offensive player. He has shot pretty much any time he wants, but where he really does damage is on the defensive end of the floor.
And another 3 for Lonnie Walker, the 4th, who, if you remember, Sean, set his career high in Milwaukee last season, right. 31 points. Sure he was on fire at Pfizer Forum. Grayson Allen will fake the shot. Now will take it over Lonnie Walker, and Grayson Allen knocks it down.
Pop wants Lonnie to run Grayson Allen off that 3-point line. Crowd him. Don't allow him that kind of space to get the shot off.
McDermott moving off the ball. Gives it back to Eubanks. Lonnie Walker, the 4th, 12 on the shot clock. Attack, switches hands in midair. Plays it up for 2.
That was beautiful there. He threw his body right into the defense. He got tricky with it once again around the rim. Lonnie just able to hang and really just out-hangs the defense.
That's Giannis's brother, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, who just checked in a moment ago, and he throws it down.
Thanasis proven that he's athletic too. My goodness, that was ferocious.
He's the older brother of Giannis, 29 years of age, and in his 4th season in the NBA, 3rd with the Bucks. Derek White going to back his way in on Grayson Allen here, 7 on the shot clock, swing it around. McDermott, floater, it's good for 2.
Yeah, like I said, our guys have to actively look for him. I know you want to move the ball, it's a motion offense, but when a guy has a hot hand like Doug McDermott, you got to continue to try to feed him.
McDermott, first player in double figures with 11. Good start, 4 of 5 from the floor as Drew Holiday attacks, kicks it to the corner. Pat Connaughton stepped out of bounds.
You see what happens when you try to run guys off the three-point line. They're not getting wide open shots. They can create turnovers. Here's Lonnie. He's gonna throw his body right into Thanasis Antetokounmpo. I mean, that is a masterpiece there from Lonnie. Hanging in the air, moving the ball around, keeping the defense off balance.
Devin Vassell will check in for the Spurs, and former Buck Bryn Forbes on for the first time too. Jordan Nwora is on for the Bucks here. More than midway through the first quarter, Spurs up by 3. Here's Drew Eubanks, attacks and puts it off the glass.
Good hands there by Drew to handle that bounce pass, and then again uses his body well. And Thanasis Antetokounmpo isn't the shot blocker that his brother is. Thanasis, excuse me.
And a former Spur, George Hill, in the game as well. His 2nd tour of duty with the Bucks. Coming over in the offseason. This Middleton. It's Devin Vassell up in the air, knocks it down, and will get the M1 opportunity.
It's a tough one there for Devin. You have to respect the ball fake there. It's subtle, but it's enough to get Devin Vassell off of his feet. And this is the worst feeling here when you know you've been tricked and you're trying to avoid the contact. Chris Middleton shows a lot of focus for the M1 opportunity.
And he completes it the old-fashioned way. Career 87% shooter from the line. So the Bucks pull back to within a deuce. DeJounte Murray attacking on Thanasis. Picks up the dribble. We're going to Lonnie Walker in the corner. 10 on the shot clock. Lonnie attacking on Middleton. Splits the defense. Puts it up and in.
I don't know how in the world he did that. I'm not saying he got an extra step. I'm saying that was a world-class move, Dan.
World-class indeed. Chris Middleton unable to answer, and Lonnie brings down the rebound. Walker perfect from the floor. He's got 7 to start. Devin Vassell looking to get in on the fun. Connaughton will bring down the rebound. Up and down we go here in this first quarter. 8 minutes gone, 26-22.
Our guys continue to play this way, and their confidence will continue to skyrocket. That's travel.
Thanasis commits the 6th Milwaukee turnover here in this first quarter. Trey Jones gets some early minutes here as he'll come on for DeJounte Murray, countered by Justin Robinson as he'll come on here for Chris Middleton. And also, Sean, my new favorite player for the Milwaukee Bucks, wearing number 54, Sandro Mamukelashvili.
I'll leave that to you.
2nd round draft pick out of Seton Hall, rookie.
That's a tongue twister.
I'm going to have you say Mamukelashvili by the end of the night.
You were trying that 10 times in the mirror this morning, weren't you?
I was. Lonnie Walker's fouled on his way to the basket. Again, the Bucks are shorthanded without Bobby Portis, Semi Ojeleye, Brook Lopez, all out of the lineup tonight. They've had to go deep into their bench, and guys like Robinson, Mamukelashvili are getting opportunities here early in the season.
Mamukelashvili.
Mamukelashvili.
There you go. Got it.
Big name, big player. Giannis will check back in, so too will Jakob Poeltl as he comes on here for Drew Eubanks. Lonnie Walker will get one more here at the line. And Lonnie off to a great start here in game number 3. He's 3 of 3 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the line, 9 points, and Spurs will show a little full court press here. George Hill over to Giannis. Giannis is fouled by Bryn Forbes. Well, the Bucks will inbound on the sideline with Jordan Nwora, 2nd-year man out of Louisville. Woro's averaged 13 points, 5.5 rebounds in the first 2 games, playing important minutes off the bench. Giannis will attack inside. Stops, puts it up with the right hand, no. And the rebound falls back down momentarily to Woro, then picked up by Bryn Forbes. Spots Lonnie to Trey Jones, and Woro came out of nowhere to block it away. Tremendous recovery by Jordan Woro. George Hill, back out to Justin Robinson. Robinson pulls up from the elbow for 2. Justin Robinson, third-year man out of Virginia Tech, undrafted on a 2-way contract. Spent the entirety of last season down in the G League bubble playing for the Delaware Bluecoats.
Well, that's why they're defending NBA champions. When you make plays like that, a brilliant block, and you come back down the floor and able to score the ball.
And Forbes is off the mark. We'll have a timeout on the floor. 2:41 to play here in the first. Spurs continue to shoot it well. They're up by 4, 28-24 over the champs here at the AT&T Center.
Everybody now, let me see your hands up. Everybody now, let me see your hands up. Everybody now, let me see.
Of course, the Bucks had a pretty good draft pick themselves, and guarded there by Trey Jones. Now goes up in on Jakob Poeltl and puts it off the glass for 2.
One of the many reasons I love Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's just a selfless player, but he works so hard in the offseason on his game. It's a beautiful drive there, putting the ball in the basket and finishing with his left hand. And furthermore, Dan, he has a little guy and he doesn't let him off the hook.
Jakob Poeltl over Mamukelashvili for 2, and Jakob continues his hot start. He's got 6 on 3 of 3 shooting to begin the game. There's Giannis, maybe with a better-looking mid-range shot than we've seen in previous seasons.
Yeah, and that's off the dribble, and he's so difficult. He's a nightmare for other bigs to guard because they don't have the foot speed to stay with him. Then he starts dancing on you. You can stop and drop a mid-range jumper on you. It's a nightmare for every big.
I was telling Joe Reinagel in the pregame, he's been working with their Chip Anglin, Josh Oppenheimer, as the shooting coach, really to develop that mid-range game. Oppenheimer coming back as a Bucks assistant is really taking in the confidence of Giannis with that shot. Jordan Woro is off the mark for 3, and that's over the bucket, and it'll belong to the Spurs.
Giannis, you know, how do you guard this if you're big? You got to space him because he's so quick going to the basket, and then he's got this pretty good rotation on that one. And let me tell you something too, what a lot of people don't understand. The bigger hands you have, the worse shooter you're going to be. It's going to be extremely difficult to control the ball.
Trey Jones with his first bucket of the game. Trey Jones coming off that monster Summer League in Las Vegas. He was 4th among Summer League scorers, averaging 23 points.
And it shows because every time he's played this year, he plays with a ton of confidence.
Oh, George Hill still getting crafty in his 14th season in the league, now 35 years of age.
Yeah, Pop didn't like that because George Hill went middle, right down the middle of the paint instead of forcing him toward the baseline.
Spurs #1 pick, 26th overall, back in 2008. Jakob pokes it over to Devin Vassell, and he steps out of bounds.
Shoot it. You caught it off that little chaotic exchange there. Let it fly. That time he tried to put... I mean, that's a shot right there. Instead, he tries to take it right into the teeth of the defense, steps out of bounds before all of that.
3rd turnover on the Spurs. Last night, they committed 20 in Denver. The Nuggets were only able to turn that into 10 points, however. Giannis doing his thing, backing up on Poeltl. That's just impossible to guard.
Yeah, you can't guard that. It looked like Dirk Nowitzki there, but with much more athleticism and a better ball handler.
Giannis has 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block shot here in this first quarter. Final seconds, all even at 32. Lonnie Walker attacked, swings it inside, and deflected out of bounds. Will stay with the Spurs here with 3.5 ticks on the clock.
Lonnie actually had a layup that was a little too unselfish. He's so athletic. He had to step on his man. If he just explodes toward the basket, no one's going to block the layup that he can throw off the glass.
And Thanasis will check back in here for Justin Robinson. Put more size here in the final 3.5 seconds as Trey Jones guarded by Thanasis on the inbound. Trey needs a body, finds Jakob. Jakob fouled. Unfortunately, I think the Bucks had a foul to give.
Yeah, Jakob probably had a shot right off the bat, and he's getting into the rodeo action a little too early.
We'll bring you back, Mamukelashvili, in February. Devin Vassell inbounds, 2 seconds remaining. Delani Walker at the buzzer, and it falls short. But a well-played opening 12 minutes here in the AT&T Center. 32 apiece, 11 for Doug McDermott, 9 for Lonnie, and 6 for Jakob Poeltl in that first quarter.
I'll take it right now. Coming back late from Denver last night, disappointing loss. Our guys come out and they're playing with a lot of confidence, a ton of energy, and the crowd's already into the ball game as well. So just buckle up. We're in for a good one.
At 32. It's the first quarter out of 9 this season that the Spurs have given up more than 30 points. That's how good their defense has been. And good defense there by Jakob Poeltl on the attacking Giannis. Keldon Johnson back in along with Bryn Forbes, Derek White, Jakob Poeltl, and Devin Vassell to start the second. Keldon with 9 on the shot clock. Skips it over to Vassell. Devin, pull up 3. Jakob fighting for that offensive board. Snatched out of his hands. It's going to belong to the Spurs. Jakob has just been a beast on the offensive glass here early on.
Well, he just continued to battle. Just bullied his way in between 3 guys there and kept the ball alive.
It's already his 13th offensive rebound this season. Devin wide open 3. Wara rips down the rebound.
That's okay. I like that shot. It's one that Devin has to take.
Spurs 4 of 12 from downtown to start. Milwaukee 2 of 6. With the Spurs, you can see aiming to take more 3s tonight. George Hill travels. 7th turnover on the Bucks. Spurs commit 3 turnovers in that first quarter. It's Doug McDermott that's set to come back in. Grayson Allen, Drew Holiday will check back in here for the Bucks. Wara and Hill, part of Mike Budenholzer's club. 32 apiece. Spurs led by as many as 7 in that first quarter. Milwaukee has not led in this game.
How about that?
Jakob Poeltl hands it off to Keldon. Keldon Johnson attacks the rim, over the left hand for 2.
Gets going downhill. Not a lot of players are going to stop him. Nice job hanging in the air, and once again, getting physical. A little power and finesse once again from Keldon.
Mamukelashvili thought about the 3. Now Sandro attacks him. Jakob Poeltl says, see you later, big man with a big name.
Boy, he just destroyed that shot.
Bryn Forbes comes up short on that one. Offensive rebound to Devin Vassell.
About to say, Keldon, don't give that up. It's an offensive rebound. Perfect opportunity to take the ball right at Grayson Allen.
Derek White goes downhill, and he puts it over Mamukelashvili for 2.
Derek White just told me, sit down, settle down, I got this.
Spurs back up by 4. Derek, his first bucket of the night. Middleton throws it up. Giannis trapped in between Bryn Forbes and Jakob Poeltl is fouled.
That's a good job by Bryn Forbes rotating over. Just not allowing an easy lob dunk. And here's Jakob Poeltl coming from the weak side. Just obliterates that one. Takes it right out of the hands of the offense.
Mamukelashvili.
Mamukelashvili.
There you go. You can also call him Sandro, too, if you feel better.
I'll call him Sandro, yeah. That's a little bit easier.
That's Jakob's first block of the season, by the way, Sean. Yeah.
Can't be.
123 of them last year, career high.
That can't
That's
be
number
right.
1 this season.
That can't be right.
I'm telling you, we had a lot in the preseason. Middleton. Mid-range won't fall this time. 2 minutes gone here in the second. Spurs back up by 4, 36-32.
Good effort by Derek White, just staying in that play defensively.
And he finishes it at the offensive end for 2 more.
Simple. He's a simple screen there. The Big man didn't step up to stop him. He finds himself with an easy mid-range shot.
He's got the last four. Spurs back up a half dozen. Drew Holiday inside, left hand, wouldn't stay down. Eubanks to the outlet to Derek. Derek will get it back from Drew and over to KJ. Johnson inside underneath Eubanks. Well, too strong with that right-hand hook.
Just didn't have the angle to kiss the ball off the glass, too. Makes for a much more difficult shot.
Grayson Allen into the trees, back out to Holiday for three. Got it. Drew Holiday, last season 39% from downtown in his first year in Milwaukee, 35% for his career.
Like I said, he's a beast. Easily one of the more underrated players in the league. I think a lot of people, casual fans, figured it out after last year's championship.
6 on the shot clock. Keldon Johnson in trouble. Spots DeJounte. DJ got to put it up 1 second. Inside. Drew didn't get it off in time.
Well, like I said, we're going to have possessions in games, possessions where you go, what in the world's going on out there? That one there was just a lack of awareness. I mean, you had a couple opportunities to shoot the ball with the shot clock running down, and both offensive players just continue to put the ball on the floor.
Middleton drawing the challenge defensively on Keldon Johnson is doing a pretty good job here. Holiday, defended by DeJounte, skips into the corner. Grayson Allen, he's off the mark, follows up his own rebound along with Thanasis, drops to the floor. Middleton, back to Allen, will try from the opposite side. Not this time either, another rebound. 9 to shoot for Middleton. Pat Connaughton, top of the arc, and he drains it.
Miscommunication there. You have to chalk that one out at the top of the key. That was a simple switch.
6 for Connaughton, the 4th 3 of the game for the Bucks. And as Drew Holiday goes under the screen, DeJounte is unable to make him pay.
Didn't quite have his legs underneath that one. Looked like a little bit of a tired shot.
And an and one for Middleton as Derek White whistled for the foul, even though it looked like Middleton might have pushed off with that off arm a little bit.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I saw that off arm come out there. Maybe that's what created the separation. There it was. If anything, that's a no call.
Instead, Derek White gets tagged for his first. And Middleton completes the three-point play that gives the Bucks their first lead of the night, 41-38. 7:48 to play here until halftime. DeJounte around the Eubanks screen, hands it off to Doug McDermott. McDermott, nice pass inside. Drew Eubanks throws it down.
He might have been open much earlier. Great find there from Doug McDermott. And you know, Drew Eubanks, he's never going to waste an opportunity to show off and try to tear the rim down.
He's an angry man from 2 feet
away.
Yes,
he is.
Deflected into the backcourt. Oh, a tough foul on DeJounte Murray.
Just can't have that foul. You that far away from the basket, and that's what Pop is telling DeJounte. Here it is. Doug McDermott drops it off, and you don't want to get in front of that one. That's one of his tamer or milder dunks. And he still throws it down with authority.
Can you imagine if he screams like Keldon does when he dunks? My goodness. Connaughton over to Chris Middleton. 10 on the shot clock. Middleton, nice pass inside. Thanasis met at the rim, though, by Keldon and Eubanks.
It might have been blocked 3 times.
DeJounte crossing up Grayson Allen. Foul over on the opposite end of the floor called on Thanasis.
Take a look at it. Good dish there from Middleton, but there it blocked once and blocked twice. Derek White got on the way up, and then Drew Eubanks blocked it for good measure.
First 8 in the second quarter. Milwaukee 3 of their first 11. Time now for tonight's Taco Bell take. And Sean, the Spurs, they are a top 10 club in both offensive and defensive rating for their first 2 games of the season.
Yeah, and they have nowhere to go but up, honestly, because you look at the way they're playing, they still have issues as far as recognizing mismatches when you can take the ball to the basket. I understand that Pop wants them to share the basketball and move it, but there are times when you catch the basketball, you have to realize who's standing in front of you, and you have to realize your own ability.
Spurs have only given up an average of 99 points in their first 2 games and really utilizing the defense to start here, which I figure is going to be a big strength of the club. And a whistle inside. And a foul again on Thanasis. That's his second. Spurs out of the timeout with DeJounte, Derek, Doug McDermott, Drew Eubanks, and Keldon Johnson. Allen, Middleton, Thanasis, Drew Holiday, and Pat Connaughton on the floor for Milwaukee. Eubanks inside. Back to Derek, 7 to shoot. Over to Keldon, full head of steam going downhill, pulls up, hooks it in.
Oh, his mid-range game has gotten so much better, especially his touch in the paint area.
6 for Keldon here in the opening half. Holiday.
Offensive foul.
Offensive foul, number 3 of the season drawn by Derek White. After he had 2 last night in Denver.
Well, Pop's lobbying helped that as well. He didn't like the off-arm by Chris Middleton earlier. I got Middleton to the foul line. Pop was complaining about that, so he's on the officials to look for that off-arm.
8th Milwaukee turnover. Their first 7 have turned into 10 Spurs points. DeJounte Murray, a 15-footer. Drew was fighting for that rebound. Thanasis nearly lost it into the backcourt. We'll pick it back up. Grayson Allen. Pull-up jumper in the lane is good. Grayson Allen, his career averaging just over 8 points, couple of rebounds, 37% career three-point shooter. Lonnie Walker underneath inside.
I didn't know Grayson Allen had that.
Traveling violation on the Spurs. That'll be their 5th turnover of the night.
Moving a little too quickly there for Drew Eubanks. Instead of just getting your feet set, getting good balance, and letting that little right-handed jump hook fly, just got caught moving too quickly.
Jakob comes back in for Drew, and the Antetokounmpo brothers will swap out. Giannis in for Thanasis. Grayson Allen for 3. DeJounte pulls down the rebound. DeJounte with his first rebound of the game. Skips it over here to Lonnie. Lonnie Walker around the Pirtle screen. Lonnie picks up the dribble. Back to Devin Vassell. And through the hands of Lonnie Walker and out of bounds.
I mean, you got to have purposeful penetration. I mean, our guys are catching it and they're penetrating right back where the pass came from. So that time you had just all kinds of congestion at the top of the key. There's really nowhere to make that pass.
And not making light of Giannis defensively, but this is an unbelievably small Bucks lineup on the floor right now.
Yeah. Well,
with no Brook Lopez.
They can get away with it.
Fouls on Giannis there. That'll be his first.
Yeah, just continue to move there, and you can see his arms outside of his body. That's going to get you caught every time.
George Hill back in for Drew Holiday, and Jordan Nwora back in for Grayson Allen. Bucks with the lead, 43-42. It's kind of settled down here a little bit after a frenetic pace through the first 15-16 minutes of this one. Lonnie Walker with the honor ball into the bucket. Lonnie falling away in midair, able to put it off the glass and in.
I'd like to see more of that. So forget about who's the NBA champion. You're out there on the floor right now. Take it right into the teeth of the defense. Take it into their chest.
Good defense at the rim. Here's DeJounte. Puts it up, puts it in.
Don't pay these guys too much respect. These guys are young and athletic.
First bucket for DeJounte, and Coach Bud will take a timeout. The Bucks lead didn't last long, Sean, thanks to DeJounte Murray.
No, good crossover in the open court. Lull the defense to sleep, puts on a burst to the basket. Our guys back in front.
Speaking of teachers, the Spurs and First Mark Credit Union want to recognize you. Enter for your chance to win Spurs tickets and be recognized in arena. Go to spurs.com/firstmark to enter. Deadline to enter is November the 23rd. Spurs lead it by 3. They are shooting 55%. Lonnie Walker, Doug McDermott with 11 apiece. Chris Middleton, 10 to lead the way for the Bucks. They're shooting just under 53% here. Giannis will inbound. Middleton pounded by Devin Vassell. And another foul called on Giannis.
I've said it so many times over the years that when you're posting up, you're not using your arms, you're using your legs more. When you start, messing around and wrestling guys, that's when you get yourself in trouble.
How about Devin Vassell, though, getting right up in the grill of Chris Middleton, though, right there.
That guy's just a solid defensive group, Dan.
Jakob Poeltl gives it back off. DeJounte Murray pull-up jumper from 17 is good.
Yeah, I like that recognition there from DeJounte. It comes off a little screen. He's got a lot of space to get that shot open. Push that shot up. No reason to make, some kind of crazy pass. Just let the ball fly.
And Giannis is fouled on his way to the bucket. And he'll earn a trip to the line. This is a good sign, Sean. We're only 4 minutes from halftime, and these are Giannis's first free throws of the night.
How about that? Our guys are doing a great job not fouling and helping each other out whenever he finds himself with a mismatch.
18 attempts on the season so far. He's shooting 68%. He has made 13 of them. And he misses there. Now a message from AT&T. It's a 10-2 run for the Spurs as Giannis gets one more. Remember, they were counting to 10 in the playoffs every time Giannis stepped to the line.
Yeah. Well, listen, he's a study in hard work. A guy that has hands that big shouldn't be allowed, shouldn't be really a good shooter at all. Not even a decent shooter.
He's 1 of 2 there. The Bucks back to within 4. Lonnie's off the mark from outside. And Justin Robinson the rebound. Giannis goes to work in the paint. Right through Vassell, and Jakob Poeltl throws it down.
A beautiful, beautiful spin move there. Well under control, allows the defense to bypass him. And he gets the ball that close to the basket. You know what's going to happen.
Doug McDermott hit his first 3 threes. He's missed his last 2. Giannis for a moment was going to show the three-pointer. Now he will. That did not look very good.
No. A lot harder to shoot the ball off the dribble.
DeJounte attacking Robinson. Jakob rolling to the bucket with a left hand blocked at the rim. Jakob thought he got fouled.
Got to get a little trickier with Giannis Antetokounmpo in the vicinity. You have to throw that ball down. Try to beat him to the basket.
Connaughton couldn't hit the transition 3. Spurs have it. 3 minutes straight up to play in the half. Spurs up by 2. A very entertaining first half. DeJounte pull up from the foul line. No. Connaughton the rebound. Giannis quickly pushing. Spins. Nora. Extra pass. George Hill wide open. And he knocks it down from the corner.
That's all on Giannis Antetokounmpo. He sucked in the entire defense. Makes the pass out, and then you have the extra pass to George Hill wide open in the corner.
5 for George Hill. Bucks as a team. 5 3-pointers. That's out of bounds. Belongs to the Spurs. Substitutions for the Spurs here as Eric White come back in along with Brent Forbes. And Keldon Johnson as Doug McDermott, DeJounte Murray, and Devin Vassell will take a seat. After that 10-2 Spurs run, the Bucks have rattled off 6 unanswered of their own. Reclaim the lead here by 1. White inbounding all the way out to Jakob. Lonnie Walker. Back to Jakob Poeltl, driving, putting it up. No. Good defense of the rim there by both Connaughton and Giannis. Jordan Nwora for 3. Jordan Nwora with his first bucket of the night. Milwaukee's got their largest lead of 4.
Yeah, that was all Giannis Antetokounmpo too, by the way. He was the one who played great defense at the rim. He comes down with the ball, pushes it, and finds the wide open shooter on the wing.
George Hill might have taken a whack in the face there from Derek White.
That's offensive foul.
Offensive on Giannis? Yes, it is. That's 3 fouls on Giannis all here in the second quarter.
Good job by Jakob Poeltl, just moving his feet, keeps Antetokounmpo to the spot.
They'll play with a little fire here with this last minute 45, keeping Giannis on the floor with those 3 fouls. Bring Forbes.
Well, that's where you want to put Antetokounmpo in some screen and rolls and really make him defend.
Lonnie Walker, friendly shooter's roll there off the back rim.
Yeah, got the kind bounce. He's right in the face of the big man.
Lonnie leading the way for the Spurs, 13 tonight. The Spurs bench has 19 points, outscoring the Bucks here 19-11 in the first half. George Hill trying to answer, and he does.
It's almost like a dribble handoff there, and he sets the screen at the same time. And George Hill gets a wide open shot.
Final 65 seconds, Bucks by 5, and taken away from Keldon Johnson.
Too much of a hurry there.
Giannis, wrapped up there by Lonnie Walker, the 4th, who wasn't going to allow Giannis to get an easy dunk there.
You know what he was going to do with it. That's about all you can do if you're Lonnie.
And they were talking about whether they were going to look at a review for a possible flagrant foul there.
Bud, he's lobbying right there for a flagrant foul for sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's arguing that Lonnie pulled him down and pushed him down, and his extra effort is going to get a review.
And Carl Lane, along with Ed Malloy, comes over and says, we'll take a look.
Yeah.
I mean, again, if you're royalty, you're at least probably going to get a review out of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the league should look out for their superstars. They should look out for Antetokounmpo, but I'm not sure that's a flagrant foul.
I don't disagree. I don't think it's a flagrant foul either. I think it's a hard basketball foul on the run of play.
He's trying to corral him, and Antetokounmpo's he's coming in there at 100 miles an hour.
Maybe it could be that, I mean, Giannis is so strong, but it could be potentially just that extra tug down on the arm where it potentially becomes a little bit of a dangerous play.
Yeah, well, it looks worse than what it is, I mean, in my opinion, but, I'm wrong once or twice a year.
Well, I don't want you to be wrong in game 3.
Well, that means I'm right the rest of the year.
I guess.
The problem there is if Lonnie steps into the paint too soon, the ball's coming out to George Hill for a wide open 3.
We're waiting for Ed Malloy to give us the verdict. How's your lip reading, Sean? I'm trying to.
Not very good. I'm trying to.
After replay review, we call it the flagrant foul, penalty 1. 2 shots in the ball.
Yeah. I don't even know what a flagrant foul is anymore.
I don't disagree with you. I think that's a hard basketball foul, but I think because of who it's on, to your point, I think it's more the league protecting their stars.
Yeah. And you see Pop is not pleased with that one.
So flagrant 1 on Lonnie Walker, the 4th. And Giannis will get 1 more. But man, did Coach Bud, he belittled the point for his player.
Yeah, he was demonstrative, and he forced the review.
And Giannis misses the second, because initially, Carl Lane signaled just going up, 2-shot foul, and that was it. They were not going to take a look at it. Instead, Giannis 1 of 2 at the line, and now looks like he'll come out for the rest of the half with those 3 fouls as the Bucks have pushed their lead to 6. Giannis leaves with 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. George Hill defended out top by Derek. .10 to shoot, and now the Bucks will go into their offense. Steps away, steps under Bryn Forbes. Can't get the roll.
Plenty of time here. Push it up. Have the awareness. Opportunity to go 2 for 1 here.
Derek had an opportunity to shoot. Now we'll get it back from Jakob. Now drive, spins in the lane and scores.
There you go. And Derek was aware of the situation there. He got off a little late, but still our guys should have plenty of time coming back for the last shot of the half.
2-second difference, game clock and the shot clock. Giorgio trying not to give the Spurs any valuable time. 3 to shoot, dribbles it off his foot. Connaughton picks it up, fires. No, Thanasis, that's a shot clock violation. And the Spurs will have 2.8, says Ed Malloy.
The Bucks just ran all the gas out of the clock on that one. Figured they would probably take a shot with 5 or 6 seconds left on the shot clock, and that would give our guys plenty of time. Now we're just left with a desperation shot.
So Derek will inbound 3/4 of the length of court away to Keldon Johnson. It's good if it goes. Just a little bit off for Keldon. But nonetheless, an impressive half of the Spurs coming back in a back-to-back after the loss last night in Denver. Lonnie Walker off the bench, leading the charge with 13. Doug McDermott with 11. And 3 Spurs with 6. San Antonio down 4. 56-52. The fans enjoying this one at the AT&T Center on a Saturday night. I'm back with Sean for a little fun on the other side when we return here on Ken's 5. Threes, DeJounte Murray. Had a little bit of fire late in that half. 4 points, finishing with 4 rebounds, an assist, and a steal.
Go, Spurs, go!
Last night, Sean, in Denver, the Nuggets kind of flexed their muscles a little bit in the 3rd quarter, pulled away from the Spurs momentarily before San Antonio came back with a solid 4th. We'll see how this 3rd quarter plays out tonight.
Well, the guys just lost their way, in spurts in that 3rd quarter where they got out of sync on the offensive end of the floor. But they had their chances because they continued to battle.
Connaughton opens with a cut to the basket and scores. Pat Connaughton has got 8 here in this one. Backdoor cut there by Doug McDermott. Keldon Johnson extra pass. Derek White. DeJounte Murray for 3. Hits the strings.
We got a 3-second call instead.
3 seconds, wiping out the 3.
Well, maybe that's where you're a little too unselfish. The ball comes out from the baseline. It's a wide open shot there, but Keldon Johnson passes it up, and I understand it. But sometimes, again, you just got to let the ball fly.
Grayson Allen lets it fly and scores. Second 3-pointer of the night for Grayson Allen. 3-point differential in that first half. The Bucks were 7 of 17. The Spurs were 4 of 18. White on the baseline, attacks. Tried to kick it to the corner, and Chris Middleton knocks it out of bounds. I think that is going to be kind of maybe hard for some of these guys to get into their head that they do have to be selfish at times because they play so unselfish.
Exactly. That's exactly right. I mean, yeah, they're unselfish, but every once in a while, you have to figure, I got to break the defense down. I got to be the one to get to the basket and create something or make a shot.
Oh, DeJounte did it there, but Giannis met him at the rim. Drew Holiday, rejected over the top by Derek White. And Keldon fighting with that loose ball, lands to Holiday, up top for Giannis, and he's blocked at the rim by Jakob Poeltl.
Jakob, awfully brave there.
And then White fouled and one! And the place going crazy.
Jakob Poeltl not only got a piece of that ball on the way up, but set a great screen. There's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Phenomenal effort on the defensive end. Derek comes back, blows that shot up. And then look at Jakob Poeltl. I mean, he's just the pulling guard there. Got away with one. And Derek White, he had the right side of the rim open. He made that shot or that layup a lot more difficult, moving it to his left hand on the left side of the glass.
And Sean, that foul was on Giannis. That's his 4th. 61-55.
That's when you actively put him in plays. Make him defend even a little bit more.
Grayson Allen into the body of Poeltl, puts it up and in. He's in double figures with 10. see if they do attack Giannis. Keldon, Euro step in the paint.
Well, I've just been so impressed with his in-between game. You know, the last couple of years has been all or nothing. It's all the way to the rim or a three-point shot. Now he's got that in-between where he can stop and pop on you.
Giannis's pass knocked out of bounds by Derek White. 11 on the shot clock, and we're not going to risk a fifth foul on Giannis here as Thanasis will take him out.
There's Keldon. Just Euro steps Chris Middleton, stops on a dime, and shows off his soft touch once again.
Oh, nice move inside by True Holiday. In midair spin, and he put it up with the left hand.
Wow. Beautiful lefty shot right over the top of Dr. Pro. That was great defensive effort, better offense.
And then Jakob at the other end, unable to finish off the dish from Derek White.
One where you don't get yourself in a big hurry. Just stop, go off 2 feet, throw the ball down.
Middleton fouled beyond the arc.
Drew Holiday, phenomenal spin move. And then how about the lefty finish? Used his body to protect the shot. Just an impossible attempt.
So Chris Middleton will go to the line for 3 shots. Pop was asked about both Middleton and Holiday on Team USA over the summer, and he just gave so much respect to both players. Forget about the basketball element of it, but just coming from the NBA Finals where they just won, having to basically go into quarantine in Tokyo, where Pop said all they saw was the meal room, the place where they had their meetings, the bus, and the gym, and that was it.
Yeah, those two are to be commended. No question about it. It just shows you how much they wanted to represent their country. The fact that, you know, so many players, after you win an NBA championship, you want to party. You want to go off and you want to ride on a boat and sit on a beach and you want to enjoy yourself. Those guys were quarantined in a room in Japan to represent their country. Kudos to them. No question about it, and you said a lot of these guys didn't go back home, but for a lot of these guys now, San Antonio is home. So you see that more and more with this group than what we've seen over the last 5-6 years or so.
Chris Middleton makes all 3 from the line, and the Bucks lead is 11, their largest here with 9:20 to go in the third. Balanced scoring attack for Milwaukee tonight. Thanasis grabs the rebound off the Derek miss. Middleton, the Bucks' leading scorer with 13, has it underneath the hoop, threw it away. Keldon Johnson into the front court. Keldon up strong and no foul. My goodness, the entire Spurs bench leapt to their feet.
Yeah, I mean, there was so much contact there, especially in today's league. You figure that there's no doubt you're going to get a whistle there.
And Thanasis puts it up with the left hand, and Pop says to Carlin, "You serious?" Coming down the floor.
Well, just wait till Milwaukee gets the next whistle on a ticky-tack call. Spurs bench is going to go crazy.
Johnson able to put it up and in and stops that extended Milwaukee scoring run there.
Well, if I'm Keldon, after that last no call, I'm going to continue to be demonstrative and take the ball to the basket.
Grayson Allen front rims the 3, gets another try. Is off the mark on the second attempt as well. Spurs down 11. McDermott. Jakob kicks it over to Derek White for 3. Spurs once again struggling with their perimeter shooting here tonight. They are 4 of 20 from downtown.
I don't know if that group out on the floor right now, if they're gassed a little bit because of last night's game and the travel. But again, that's an opportunity where you have an extra man. They're a man down. Take the ball to the basket. Especially with the last no call.
Thanasis had to put it over the tree of Jakob Poeltl and did not have a good look at the rim. McDermott for 3. Dougie McBucket strains it.
That was the most difficult 3 he's taken all night. Just Middleton was in the vicinity, but he caught it and still just let it fly.
McDermott's 4th 3 of the night. He's got 14. His first 3 since the opening minutes of the game. Thanasis inside, threw it away. Spurs have the last 5. DeJounte Murray will pull it back out. Keldon Johnson Off his foot.
It was the right idea. I was about to say, listen, get it going. You're pushing in the open court, then you're allowing the defense to set up. I thought Keldon Johnson made the right decision there, just mishandled the ball. Doug McDermott just kind of trailing the break there. A halfway decent contest there from Chris Middleton. Better shot from Doug.
Chris Middleton, who's guarding Derek White, he's the biggest Bucks player on the floor right now at 6'7".
Right. So you don't have a lot of shot blockers. Continue to do this.
Keldon gets fouled there. Turnover by Drew Holiday on the last possession was the 15th turnover that the Spurs have forced tonight. They'd forced 37 turnovers in their first 2 games.
Yeah, that's amazing.
52 now here. We're still a quarter and a half left to go in this one.
And that's what's going to make it fun all year long. Getting turnovers, layups, dunks in the open court. Right now, though, you're playing the best team in the league. And so you don't think you're going to get that many turnovers, layups, and dunks in the open court, but our guys have been making opportunities for themselves. Just comes down, again, Dan, we're going to talk about it all year long, comes down to recognition.
The Bucks only 11.5 turnovers in their first 2 games, 3rd in the league, as the Spurs on a 7-0 run. And again, the Bucks kind of pushed it up to 13. The Spurs right back to within 6. Middleton answers at the other end. So with Giannis on the bench with 4 fouls, Middleton taking over as the primary scoring threat. And coming right back, DeJounte Murray. He's got 6.
Good offense there, but pops off the bench. He didn't like that last shot there from Middleton. Our guys have to figure out it's a simple screen that Antetokounmpo is setting for Middleton, freeing him up.
Middleton misfires from downtown there. Murray the rebound. DeJounte pull up from the elbow. Got it. The Spurs are on an 11-2 run here.
Great recognition there from DeJounte Murray. Got an easy screen, and he dribbled himself into a 12-footer.
And Middleton dribbles it off himself. And the 16th turnover for Milwaukee. Lonnie Walker will check back in along with Bryn Forbes. Doug McDermott, Derek White will head out. Right now, yes, the Bucks are leading, but you kind of like what the Spurs have depth-wise, especially with Giannis on the bench with 4 fouls.
Yeah, no question about it.
Lonnie Walker, my goodness, acrobatic in midair, off the window and in.
How about penetrating left, putting that ball back in your right hand for almost a behind-your-back sweeping shot.
Timeout Bucks as the Spurs were down 70-57. They're on a 13-2 run here.
I tell you what, go out and try that in your backyard or your driveway, wherever you have a hoop. It'd be hard to make that shot when you're not guarded.
A 13-2 run by the Spurs has them back to within 2. Hey, the Spurs will celebrate Hispanic Heritage Night, presented by Whataburger, coming up on Wednesday, November the 3rd. And they take on the Dallas Mavericks at 7:30 here at the AT&T Center. All fans in attendance will get a free T-shirt. Plus, you can get 2 beers to your ticket for only $6. Go to Spurs.com or the Spurs app to get your tickets today. Lonnie Walker, the 4th, orchestrating part of the comeback. 15 for Lonnie in this one. As the Spurs putting on the clamps here on Milwaukee. Connaughton gets Lonnie up in the air, goes inside. Lost everything.
Yeah, nowhere to go. Slightly out of control.
Lonnie trying to make him pay for 3, but he falls just a little bit short. Although George Hill lost it out of bounds trying to claim the basketball.
Yeah, and our guys had a 5-on-4 there, and they were still kind of unsure what they wanted to do with it.
So the Spurs will get another crack at it here. As DeJounte will inbound. To Bryn Forbes. Welcome back, Sparty!
And once again, just like I said about Doug McDermott at the beginning of the game, he's a shooter. He starts to see the ball drop for him and look out.
Bryn makes his first shot of the season after missing on his first 6 attempts in the first 2 games to begin the year. Missed on his first 2 attempts here tonight. Forbes picks up the dribble. Keldon Johnson backing in on George Hill, fades away off the glass. My goodness, what can't Keldon Johnson do right now?
I'm telling you, he's showing me something new every single night.
Jordan Wara off the mark for three. The Spurs all the momentum right now. Lonnie Walker, the fourth, left hand. As Wara brings down the rebound.
I like Drew Eubanks coming out there to kind of set the screen, but I'd like it more if he followed Lonnie Walker to the rim.
Middleton. And a 3-second violation on the Spurs.
Well, we saw this last night where Keldon took Aaron Gordon late in the first half. Beautiful spin move off the glass. There's another one. That was a high arcing shot off the glass.
The effort he has put into developing his game in a mere, 16 months has been unbelievable.
I agree. This really shows you that he's willing to put the work in.
Because, I mean, not 16 months ago, obviously, because we were in mid-July last year where the NBA stopped, but going back to February of 2 years ago, he's playing in the G League.
No, I know exactly what you're getting to.
Middleton along the baseline, kicks it into the corner. Wara for three. No. Thanasis with a putback. No. George Hill will take it out of the pack. Giannis back in the game, playing with 4 fouls. Dribbles through a crowd, goes up on Jakob. No. And the rebound ripped down by DeJounte. Forbes. And the Spurs able to maintain possession. It's getting dicey, though.
Yeah. Lucky to come away with that ball and the possession.
Justin Robinson will check back in here for Chris Middleton. He leads the Bucks with 17 tonight. Devin Vassell will inbound. DeJounte. Looking inside, and that's a kick ball on George Hill.
And again, no, that's a tough one too. I mean, you got almost a wide open three. You're going to dump it down to Jakob against Giannis Antetokounmpo on the low block. It's a tough matchup.
Murray, finds Jakob there, and the size advantage over Robinson. That's an easy two for Jakob.
Jakob just continued to move well without the basketball. And how about that? He's just great awareness, knows exactly where he's at underneath the basket. Beautiful reverse flip off the glass.
Spurs back up by 3. George Hill to Wara. Wara along the baseline. Pull-up jumper's good.
It's okay. You live with that one there, Dan, because you take the ball out of Antetokounmpo's hands and you force passes around the perimeter. One could end up, you could throw the ball out of bounds.
Forbes to Devin Vassell. Lonnie Walker for 3. Wara has that rebound come tap to him. 2.5 to play here in the third. Spurs by 1. Wara. Somebody else trying to make some shots here from Milwaukee. Jordan Wara has answered the bell.
Those 2 nice floaters from Wara. A chance to show off his expanding offensive game.
As Robinson went under the screen, DeJounte unable to make him pay. Giannis kicks it back out. George Hill for 3. Got it. And the Bucks, just like that, back up by 4.
This Giannis creates so much attention.
Too strong with that 3 from Bryn. And here's Robinson in the paint. Robinson right-hand move and gets it to drop in. Now the Milwaukee Bucks, he took a punch and they punched right back.
Yeah. Well, that's what they do. I mean, again,
defending champs.
They're not just going to lay down.
Set the game clock to 1:41.
Yeah, the game clock will be reset to 1:41 here. It's a 9-0 Bucks run. Spurs down a half dozen. 95 seconds remaining here in the third. DeJounte. It over to Bryn Forbes. Forbes defended by Robinson. Lonnie kicks it to the corner. Devin Vassell for three. Jakob fighting for that offensive rebound. It lands in the hands of Robinson.
I don't think Devin was on balance when he caught that ball. It looked like he was falling backwards and still shot it.
And Giannis will earn a trip to the line. Devin Vassell whistle for the foul here. Will be his second.
Giannis sees an opening. He's going to try to exploit it. Keeps that ball high. It's just impossible to guard. He's got a quick first step. Those hands are so big. It's like a vice around the ball. You're not going to strip him. And he's so athletic and long. Gets a step on you. He's going to put you on his highlight reel.
And playing with 4 fouls, he's fearless.
Yeah.
As he sinks the free throw. Really only his second trip to the line tonight. 2 free throws that came off the flagrant foul back in the second quarter. So the Spurs have done a pretty decent job again on not fouling Giannis when he gets to the rim. It's Forbes and Murray. And Jakob Poeltl going to come out. We're going to get a timeout on the floor here. Timeout charge to the Spurs. The Bucks up by 7, 84-77.
Jakob got scratched, or you see the best cut man in the business right there, Will 70. Working his magic. Obviously, he got some blood on his jersey, and he's bleeding from his, I think his left pinky there. He'll be just fine.
Well, on opening night, Sean, the Spurs bench outscored the Magic bench 53-34. Big reason that the Spurs ran away with that one. Last night, they were outscored by the Nuggets bench 30-18. Tonight, the bench play has been relatively even. The Spurs bench 24 points, and the Milwaukee bench 26 points.
Yeah, well, Lonnie's the guy off the bench tonight. He's had a terrific performance. I'd like to see some shots dropped for Devin Vassell and maybe a couple more for Brent Forbes.
Giannis makes them both at the line. The lead is 8, 85-77. Bit of a flourish here by Milwaukee at the end of the quarter. Lonnie up the 3 momentarily. Now we'll drive in on Thanasis. Kicks it over to Devin Vassell. Vassell, a lane floater with the right hand. Drops for 2.
Yeah, he needed to see one drop for him. Good decision there.
His first bucket of the night after missing his first 4 shots.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those floaters from him this year where he's shown that he's expanded his game.
Giannis attacking on Jakob, now pulls up.
Good defense there from Jakob Poeltl.
Vassell out of the pack. Devin.
Forced Giannis Antetokounmpo into a tough shot. It was a great contest.
Lonnie will pull it out here. My goodness, Lonnie Walker. Have you shown us everything tonight?
It's almost like he slows down time. He jumps up in the air. Other guys pass him by. He's still floating. But that's the same, exactly the same shot that he pulled off earlier in the quarter.
Now the last 4 for the Spurs as they've closed the gap back to within 4. Giannis off the hands of George Hill. Robinson, 1 to shoot, fires. And a shot clock violation will leave the Spurs 1.1 second remaining here in this 3rd quarter.
It's a shot clock violation. Spurs ball.
Clock set at 1.8 here as Amakelishvili will come back on and get Giannis out of there again. 4 fouls. No need to have him pick up a 5th here. Doug McDermott, he'll inbound out there with Vassell, Derek White, Poeltl, and Lonnie Walker the 4th. So 1.8 on the clock. Derek doesn't get it off in time. 29-29 in that 3rd quarter. Spurs were down 4 at the half. They're down 4. Going to the final 12 minutes, 85-81 Milwaukee, Sean.
Well, they didn't let the Bucks get away from them, and they were in danger of getting the doors blown off of them, but they hung in there. They made shots. They made better decisions. Our guys are hanging in there. A few more decisions here and there, and they have the lead, so let's see what happens here in the 4th.
To the fourth quarter we go. You see your score by quarters. It's been pretty even despite the seesaw battle back and forth. And look at the game summary. Lonnie Walker, the fourth, 17 points. Keldon Johnson, 14. Giannis, 14, but with 4 fouls. And he'll start on the floor here in the fourth quarter. Spurs begin with Derek White, Devin Vassell, Jakob Poeltl, Doug McDermott, and Lonnie. Poeltl inside. Wave off the basket. Foul before. And the foul on Connaughton, I believe.
Yeah, great recognition there. And Jakob Poeltl does a fine job fighting for position in the middle of the paint.
Fresh 14 for the Spurs here. White, as he bounces off Connaughton, no. Jakob fighting for that rebound, keeps it in play. McDermott, got it! Dougie McBuckets pulls the Spurs to within 1.
Best time to shoot it. Fantastic job by Jakob Poeltl on the offensive glass. Great hands to come down with that offensive rebound. Then a terrific pass out top.
Oh, there's a terrific pass from Giannis finding Connaughton along the baseline.
Connaughton knows how to finish. When he gets off the ground, didn't dunk that ball, but got off the ground in a hurry, kept it from getting blocked.
Got McDermott feeling it like he did in the first quarter. His 6th 3 of the night, he's got 20.
He's feeling it. He's feeling it. He's coming out hot in the fourth quarter. I hope our guys milk him for all he's worth.
Giannis trying to answer, and he does.
He put a lot of air underneath that one. High arcing shot. Looked awfully good there.
Bucks back ahead by 3. What a battle tonight here at the AT&T Center. Lonnie Walker trying to answer. Long rebound out to Devin Vassell.
Oh, Doug McDermott, he was looking for another one.
Jakob with a mismatch on Connaughton. And Connaughton commits the foul.
Bully him. Put him in the torture chamber. There's Jakob Poeltl. Look at the hands for your big man right there. Coming down with the offensive rebound. Perfect rotation on that shot by Doug McDermott. There he is working off a high screen from Jakob once again. Good recognition from Derek White to zip that ball to McDermott for the wide open 3.
6 threes by McDermott ties his career high for made threes. Vassell, jump step in the lane, fades away, gets the friendly roll.
Well, it's one of the few isolation plays that we've seen. I'm showing a lot of confidence in Devin Vassell to run that isolation play against Chris Middleton.
Giannis hands it off to Holiday. Holiday looking back for Giannis and fouled. Lonnie Walker gets called for the foul, his 2nd. Keldon Johnson getting set to check back in here for the Spurs.
Holiday's arguing that he was shooting the ball.
Number 3, Keldon Johnson in for Lonnie Walker, the 4.
Or you can't tell there.
Grayson Allen checking in for
Never actually got the ball up.
Middleton will inbound. Grayson Allen back in the game for the Bucks. Allen.
Good switch there. A couple good switches already.
Holiday, 2 to shoot. Has to fire over McDermott, and he drains the 3 at the buzzer.
I was just going to say, that was a world-class closeout there by Doug McDermott. Went for that right shoulder. Just better offense from Holiday.
And now Derek White the other way, puts it up and in. Spurs waste little time getting back up the floor and getting the bucket here.
Well, they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. Just got to continue to get some stops.
Middleton, another 3 and 1.
Middleton, San Antonio foul for Derek White, his 2nd.
Take a look at it. Good pump fake there. And, you know, I hear what Derek is saying, but at the same time, you have to give the shooter room to land. Hey, do you have...
Chris Middleton to the line.
You see Derek just sneaks underneath there at the end of the closeout. So Chris Middleton will get to the line for 1 free throw. 20 points for him tonight. In fact, all 5 of the Bucks starters are in double figures. Middleton leading the charge with 20. Giannis 17. Connaughton with 10. Allen with 10. And Drew Holiday with 13. And Middleton completes the 4-point play, and the Bucks are back up by a half dozen. Poeltl McDermott, he's got to look. He'll fire.
Oh. Good looking shot there. He was disappointed. How did that ball not fall?
Giannis takes the three. Picks up the dribble. Middleton. Back to Giannis with a left hand. Blocked at the rim by Pirtle. Out of bounds. It'll say be off of Jakob.
Bud wanted a foul there, and he just might be right. I think Jakob Pirtle got a little bit of arm there, and fortunately for him, the officials missed it.
Well, Giannis already did get 2 free throws earlier in this game,
yeah,
so let's just keep on going. And then Giannis stripped of the ball right there. Here come the Spurs. Running the court, Derek White all the way. No whistle. They continue to play and turn it over, and the Bucks have got a 2-on-0 going the other way, and Allen puts it up and in.
You got to play fast, but you got to play under control. And Pop's pointing at his head. He's telling his guys, you got to be smarter than that. But we're going to see a lot of that this year, where our guys want to get out and run, and they're going to make a few mistakes. That's a foul.
Yeah, and they're actually not calling the basket, by the way, the other way for Grayson Allen. They might be calling potentially a clear path foul on Devin Vassell is what they're looking at here. As you saw, the Bucks were off to the races. Again, on what should have been a foul called against Milwaukee anyway.
Well, knowing the way the fouls have been called so far today, and our luck, that's going to be clear path.
Yeah, you've got Allen leaking well out.
Yeah, it didn't even take a long.
After replay review, the foul's a clear path to the basket foul. 2 shots in the ball.
That is a 4-point swing.
Yeah, it didn't take them long to figure that one out. Could be more.
Could be more. So instead of Derek White getting free throws,
Milwaukee awarded 2 shots and the ball.
the Bucks will get 2 shots and the ball here after the clear path foul. And a 6-point lead. As Drew Holiday will go to the line. Holiday, first free throws of the night. Rims out on him. Not only first free throws of the night, first free throws of the year. 78% last year, 1 of 2. So the Bucks will get the ball up 7. 8:44 to play. And again, every time Milwaukee has made a push, it looks like they're going to try to put the Spurs away. San Antonio just comes right back, gets themselves back in the game.
Just, just minor decision making here and there, Dan, and it's a whole different ball game, just like last night.
Middleton has caught fire, 24 in the game, and the lead is back to double figures. Derek White, and he gets the shooter's roll on the 3 himself. Derek's got 14, his first 3 of the night. Off the glass, Drew Holiday. 16 for him. They're just trading punches back and forth.
And you can't afford to do that right now with Antetokounmpo on the bench. So you got to make hay.
Under 8 to play. Spurs were in a similar spot last night when Jokic was on the bench. Keldon Johnson, Euro step in the lane. Drew Eubanks unable to tap that one back in. 73. And the foul on DeJounte Murray. Second on DeJounte. That's going to put the Bucks in the bonus here.
Derek just hiding behind the screen from Drew Eubanks and gets the kind bounce. He's coming back the opposite direction. Let's take a look at it, and I can't comment.
Middleton, no, but slapped out of the hands of Eubanks by Connaughton. And they're going to reset to 24 because they'll say Eubanks had full possession of the ball.
Oh, boy. Okay.
And that last foul by the Spurs, their last foul to give, so Milwaukee now in the bonus here for the remainder of the game. Bucks still with 2 fouls to give. defended by DeJounte. Now switched over by Derek. Holiday flips it across. Lonnie read that one like a book. Keldon Johnson in the lane, up and under, it scores.
Oh, that was a little pass there. What a beautiful step through, a Euro step by Keldon Johnson. Split two defenders. And then try to dunk the ball. Just make sure you get the bucket.
16 for KJ.
That's an offensive foul.
Yes, it is.
It's like 3 charges tonight for Derek. Right, at least 2. And here's Keldon Johnson in the open court. Our guys controlled chaos, I like to call it. Splits 2 guys. Beautiful use of the glass there. Just make sure you get the 2 points in the open court. And Derek White being defensive here. Has his feet set, sacrifices his bodies.
Dallas on Thursday, and to Milwaukee a week from tonight. All 3 games will be on Bally Sports. That's where across the league tonight, Chicago improved to 3-0 with a 15-point win over Detroit. Luka Doncic, 27, 12, and 9 of the Mavericks recover from an opening night loss against Atlanta. They knock off Toronto 103-95. Doug McDermott off the side of the rim that time. Here, Milwaukee's lead is 7, 103-96, as Giannis comes back on.
It's good execution there. You just had a defensive player that's on the side of Doug McDermott. That's going to throw off your jump shot. You give the defender has a chance to block it.
And Chris Middleton has been outstanding in this 4th quarter. 26 now, 9 of 14 from the field. The lead balloons back to 9. Keldon Johnson. Tell you what, him and Giannis could have a contest for who has the higher arcing shot.
Right. Hey, Keldon right now, he just continues to show off that soft touch, and I'm very impressed.
Should have been 5 on Giannis right there. He got away with it.
Well, that's where you know you're not going to get that call.
19 for Giannis tonight. Keldon steps into the 3. Too strong, long rebound, tracked down by Jakob Poeltl. Lonnie Walker, quick 3. Grayson Allen comes down with it.
That's okay, I don't mind that shot by Lonnie. He's supposed to take it.
You don't want to leave that guy open as the Spurs dodge a bullet there. Here comes DeJounte. Loses possession, saves it to Keldon. Keldon, foul, and 1.
I think he seeks out the contact. He looks for it. I don't know if it feels right if he doesn't get bumped. There's a little bit of a scramble here, and that's the contact that Keldon Johnson wants. He loves that physical play.
20 for Keldon. Big body after 27 last night.
I was saying, I wonder what he's saying. I think we know.
And another big 3-point play opportunity for the Spurs. And rattles out, unfortunately, on Keldon there. Still a 7-point game. Still a lot of time left, though. 5:12 to play. Middleton. Able to save it back to George Hill. Around the Giannis screen, pull-up jumper. Gets the friendly roll.
I was going to say, you know, we dodged one there, giving George Hill that wide open look. Looked like the ball was definitely going to pop out, and then he gets the kind bounce.
Doug McDermott, he's got a new career-high 7 3-pointers. 23 on the night for Dougie McBuckets. And a timeout, Milwaukee.
That's a terrific extra pass. Doug McDermott, he's been lights out from the start. That's the lights go out. Maybe the pass was even a little bit late, but didn't matter one bit. Doug McDermott hits the bottom.
McDermott brought to San Antonio for his 3-point shooting, and Sean, he hasn't disappointed tonight.
No, he hasn't. Started off making his first 3, looked awfully good, and then
just really picked it up again here in the fourth. That pass, like I said, was even a little late. I could have gotten it a lot sooner, still knocks it down. And our guys are going to be actively looking for Doug McDermott here to finish off this ball game.
He's 7 of 11 from downtown. The rest of the Spurs as a team, 3 of 25.
Yeah, so that tells you 7-11. He's got to get a few more shots here down the stretch.
6-point lead for the Bucks. Just over 4.5 remaining. Giannis rolling to the bucket. Another turnover. 21 on the night for Milwaukee. Can the Spurs make them pay? DeJounte, yes he can!
Just phenomenal recognition by our guys in the open court. Everybody running to their spots, running their lanes. And how about the finish from DeJounte?
4-point game. Giannis, 4 to shoot.
Yeah, space him, make him take the outside shot.
Connaughton puts them back in their seats.
Not a bad contest, just a better shot.
Murray right back down the floor, rejected by Giannis. Jordan Nwora off the mark. Jakob rips down the rebound.
Oh, down to man, push it.
Jakob, 5 rebounds, 8 points tonight. Keldon Johnson steps into that elbow jumper. No, offensive rebound. Jakob taps it back out. Derek White for 3. Another tap out by Jakob. Wow. And then Keldon just fumbled the ball away.
Jakob Poeltl was held. I mean, his jersey was pulled. There should have been a whistle.
And a timeout taken by Mike Budenholzer. The Bucks up 7, 3:10 to play. Well, the Bucks shot 21 turnovers tonight. I went back and just looked at this right now. This is the first time since February of 2017 that the Spurs have forced 20 turnovers in back-to-back games.
Yeah, and how about that? Against 2 of the best, the better teams in the league, playoff teams. So that shows you just how capable our guys are of getting after it on the defensive end of the floor and creating chaos.
They have turned those 21 turnovers into 24 points tonight. Their points off turnovers now for the season, 65 to 32. Plus 33 in the points off turnovers department for the Spurs. And again, when I asked Coach Pop about that in the pregame today, he said, we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to be a team that relies on our activity and our defense to fuel our offense, because that's where the easy buckets are going to come from.
Right. But this is a confidence builder for our guys, though, if they can do this against the Milwaukee Bucks. Take a look at this. First off, Jakob Poeltl, can you freeze it right here? He does a great job center fielding, and as this pass is made, he's still able to get his hand in the passing lane and deflect that, and our guys are off and running. And I just think that there are a few times here, Dan, where we just don't recognize the situation. Great backdoor cut from DeJounte Murray, and a beautiful finish.
Lead still 7. Connaughton gets it right back from Giannis and puts it down. Well-executed play out of the timeout. Milwaukee's lead back to 10. 3 minutes to play.
Watch McDermott on the weak side.
They were trying to run the play for him. Spurs will keep it with 11 on the shot clock. DeJounte inbounding. Dermott cutting to the basket. Johnson's got to get it in. He does. Keldon in the lane. Right hand floater. No. And the rebound tapped out by Giannis. 2:35 to play. Spurs need a stop. Giannis driving. Up and under, fouled. Jakob Poeltl got him.
Oh, that's what the great players do right there. Giannis Antetokounmpo trying to put the team on his shoulders late in the ball game. That's a great drive there. Surprised he didn't just try to go up straight and dunk it instead of trying to go underneath and keep it away from Keldon Johnson.
So as Giannis steps to the line where he's 4 of 6, 7 of 15 from the floor, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 blocked shots for the Greek Freak, who's been playing with 4 fouls ever since the start of the third quarter. He makes the first, pushes the Bucks lead back to 11. Now a message from Frost Bank.
On the release, guys.
Spurs will use all the optimism they can get here in the final 2:26. Giannis sinks them both. 6 of 8 tonight. Milwaukee back up a dozen. Jakob right back the other way, puts it up and in. He's in double figures now with 10. All 5 Spurs starters now in double figures, led by Doug McDermott's 23.
Oh, wow.
Giannis dribbles the ball away, and then Derek White fouled by George Hill.
That's a great foul by George Hill.
The Bucks still have 1 to give, so the Spurs will inbound. Both teams will now be in the penalty for the final 2:05.
I'm surprised at that turnover, honestly. You figure that the Milwaukee Bucks right now would try to run as much clock as possible.
2 minutes.
Derek White steps into the 3. Giannis rips down rebound number 8. Go after George Hill there and foul him with 1:43 to go. George Hill will go to the line.
Derek White, his
Third foul on Derek White. And the Milwaukee Bucks try to salt this one away here on free throws, up 10. With George Hill, who's a career 80% free throw shooter, stepping to the line.
substitution for 7.
Grayson Allen will come back in for Drew Holiday as George Hill, who's had an impressive night off the bench in another return to the AT&T Center. 14 points in 24 minutes, has knocked down 3 threes. And despite 7 of them, a career high for Doug McDermott, the Spurs have lost the 3-point battle tonight, 15-10.
It always makes you nervous when you're going up against a former Spur. And Doug McDermott had a phenomenal shooting performance. He just didn't have anybody else to come along with him.
That shot rolls out for Jakob Poeltl. And the Bucks will use a little clock here as Middleton into the front court along with Grayson Allen. Middleton, 7 to shoot, steps over Derek White, and Keldon Johnson able to yank down the rebound. Spurs got to go quickly here, down 12. That's off of Chris Middleton. And they'll stay with the Spurs.
Well, Dan, we're going to have a few nights like that, like this year, where our guys are just unable to get over the hump against the better teams in the league. You have to be a little bit more precise. You need to make better decisions. And so inexperience catches up with you.
I tell you what, this was a scrappy performance by this group here tonight. And again, throwing out the full court press, needing a turnover, and nearly got it. Giannis's pass almost sailed over the head of Grayson Allen. But this style of play, you mentioned it last night, you mentioned it Wednesday night, it's fun to watch. The activity just really sucks the energy in this building and just balloons across the court. The guys can certainly feel it out there on the way they play.
No question, and the fans were into this one from the very beginning. They're excited to be back in the arena. Our guys are giving them a reason to get out of their seats and cheer. But again, it's a few minor tweaks here and there that's going to get this team over the hump against a team like the Milwaukee Bucks or last night against the Denver Nuggets, where you're in the game. Our guys were in the game tonight. They were in the game last night, but a pass here or there, a decision here or there where you're taking a shot or a switch on a shot instead of leaving a guy wide open, you got to run a guy off a three-point line. So the little mistakes are getting our guys, but still, they have to feel awfully confident in the way they played early here.
That cheery here is for Josh Primo, comes on for the second time. As Hop has emptied his bench with Trey Jones, Keita Bates-Diop, Devin Vassell, and Jock Landale on the floor here for the final 48.9. So the Bucks will improve to 2-1. The Spurs will drop to 1-2. As Primo will find Landale underneath the hoop. And he throws it away. But truly, no fault of the offense tonight. They hung in there with this Milwaukee Bucks team.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad performance at all, really. Especially you didn't shoot it too well from the three-point line. You really had one guy who was filling it up from beyond the arc. And you're playing against the defending NBA champion. So I mean, our guys still have a lot of work to do. They shouldn't hang their heads over this one.
The Bucks just made a few more shots tonight. As that three rims out from Keita Bates-Diop. How about that from Josh Primo? Flying across the lane and tipping it back up and in. Well, at least we'll leave on a positive note, Sean.
Right. Yeah, it's always fun anytime Josh Primo gets on the court. He just always does something special.
Spurs fall tonight 121-111 despite a record performance from Doug McDermott. 25 points on a career-high 7 3-pointers. All 5 Spurs starters in double figures, but they fall 121-111. We'll come back and talk more about it here on